We're live.
Welcome back to another Alex the Car Doctor Live. Hopefully, I'm you guys' favorite mechanic.
You're my favorite.
That's all that matters. As always, that's all that matters.
Another Sunday night. Let me set
Yes.
this thing up. See what I'm saying? How you get yourself a Corona? I want me a cold beverage.
Share with me.
All right, cool. Alex and Mrs. Car Doctor. I like that. Anyway, we're having a grand old Sunday evening.
Yes, we
Cody
are.
Hernandez in here saying happy Sunday, fam.
Happy Sunday.
We
What is
appreciate you.
happening?
We appreciate it. I hope y'all had a good week. We had a better week. Did we?
Yes.
Okay.
It went very smooth.
Toddy 1K in the house. He says, what do you think about the 2016 Chevy LTZ?
Chevy what? LTZ is just the trim package. It's something I don't know, but LTZ sounds like a trim package. Are you referring to it Impala, Malibu?
Oh, he didn't say the model.
Yeah, he didn't say the model.
All right. Well, he did say he up there from Philly watching our content.
Nice.
Thank you so much. It's an Impala.
Oh, okay.
Impala.
I haven't seen too much bad stuff with the Chevy, the newer Impala, surprisingly. When they first came out, I didn't think they were going to be good, but surprisingly, they're very good, along with the LaCrosse. The Chevy Impala shares the same platform with the Buick LaCrosse. Same engine, same transmission, just a different look slightly. So it gets my stamp of approval. I actually need to do a video about the
Impala.
Chevy Impalas. The top 5 that I see that I see in my shop.
Miles says Trump 2024. Listen,
we don't get into politics, but if it wasn't for Trump, I wouldn't have my business to this day. So that
they need to just. I'm ready for it to be over. Just go and tell us who we got, so we can just adapt and move on. That's what, a lot of people get their panties in a bunch about every election. They do this, and then we have that president, and we adapt for 4 years,
we will adapt no matter what.
So it don't matter. I can sit here and share my beliefs with you all day, but I've learned that talking politics, some people are delusional or they have cognitive dissonance. So, but come on election day, so we can go on with our lives. Okay. Let's go ahead to broken board.
I like that.
I mean, you know what, man? I feel you. I have 124,000 on my Scion TC. Should I change the transmission fluid?
Ooh, so many miles. I would do a drain and fill with maybe like a quarter to half a bottle of Lucas transmission stop slip. And you should be safe. But you in the 100,000 mile range with never doing a transmission fluid change, you reach dangerous territory. Then 60, 70, 80, yeah, that's still pretty safe. But up in that range, it gets a little dicey. But that Lucas transmission stop slip will save the day if something ought to go bad.
All right. 5 says, hey.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on? Hope you're doing okay. Joey says, hey, y'all. How is my GA family? I love y'all. So happy to be here. What's up, Joey?
What's happening, Joey?
We're doing all right, man.
We're doing great. This, like I told my wife, this week went very smooth, no problems.
I can't remember what went on this week.
You
know what it was? No. Our daughter won her homecoming title.
Yeah, that was.
And that's why it was all a blur. So we had to do boom, 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 everything for her and, showing up for her. And then she had to be escorted on the football field. And then they had a parade and she had to lead the parade and all kinds of stuff, man. I feel like after the homecoming game, I feel like I was at the club all night. That's how I was like,
oh, yeah, I was done.
We're tired.
For sure.
But she won, honey. I'm so happy for her. Judith Robles says, happy Sunday, Mr. and Miss Car Doctor.
To you too.
The day this weekend went by so fast to me.
Nick's
Mobile Mechanics.
I love it.
What's going on, Alex? You're my dude. Hello, Miss Car Doctor. Beautiful as ever. Hope you all. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. We doing okay. Yeah. I'm telling you. Only reason why we say okay is just like, dang, did I get enough rest? Did you get enough
rest? I'm good.
Well, that's all that matters. Cause see, I could sneak me a nap here or there. You can't during the work day.
Yeah,
so.
my daughter, she won't let me sleep. She was like, "Daddy, get up."
I know, right? Right, quick. I'm like, girl, go ahead. Jeremy Armstrong says, "What do you think about the 2004 Buick LeSabre?"
It's a tank.
Yeah.
If I had to start all over in life and didn't care what it looks like, but will it get me to California, to doggone Alaska and back several times over, I would definitely go LeSabre, and it's going to be comfortable. That 3800 GM greatest engine along with the LS platform. Well, GM got a lot of good engines, but those are the ones.
Not now.
Not now.
In the past.
They have their few, but they're the older versions. Now they just done messed up everything.
But I know those LeSabres, they're pretty good.
I think they messed up everything because most of all their 4-cylinders now are not even, probably their V8s too, are not even American engines anymore. It's like German, it's like overseas type stuff. You look up on the hood and everything looks foreign. I'm like, what GM, what are you doing?
They doing stuff. Souls 2400, one of my favorites, says, "My favorite 2 people in the world."
You are favorite.
You
too,
definitely
Souls.
in my top 5. Okay, you definitely in my top 5. I love Souls, and I love thinking outside the box. He said, "What's up, fam? I hope people are keeping their fingers in their lap."
You say that.
You like that, don't you? Classic line. I love it. Listen, look, people, we live in a society where the keyboard thugs get to say whatever they want, and then we're not supposed to clap back. We're supposed to just be quiet, because if we acknowledge them, that means we care. I'm that way. I'm not that way in person in real life, and I'm sure not that way online. If I catch you, I'm gonna check you every time. Every time. I don't care.
Some people do that for attention too,
and I'm gonna give you the attention you've been looking for, and then don't let me go on your page.
But they never say nothing back.
That's just my nature. Hey man, I'm gonna say something bad every time if it's too belligerent. That's why Clown of the Week exists for those clowns. I don't get many because girl, y'all see my.
Then she talking about some mechanical. Mechanical.
No, they're in my room in the bed. I'm gonna text you,
girl.
That teenager, she don't care if we live or not. Like, hey, look,
she never did. We could be having private time. Ma.
I know, right?
Dad, like, go away.
Girl, that girl crazy. Anyway, she looking for mechanical pencils so she can do her work. But anyway,
mechanical. She always has.
Toddy 1K says, "I want to Dodge Durango bad because I have 2 kids, but watching your channel, hell no." Listen,
they're not that bad.
They're not that bad.
If you do get one, just the easier one to maintain is the Pentastar. I know I have a lot of Pentastar on my channel, and that's all you see, because yes, Pentastar do keep me in business. Yes, they have their problems, but it's like I tell people, I'd rather know my demons than not to. You know what to expect from a Pentastar. It's easy. You're not going to get anything else, nothing more, nothing less. You're going to have lifter problems, going to have the tick. But if you watch my video, you can do it yourself. You're going to have oil cooler issues. You're going to have thermostat issues. You're going to have a harmonic balancer that's going to start wobbling. And that's one more other thing.
That's it. I mean, if you
not
know,
many issues.
Set your expectations so you won't be surprised.
And the Hemi, to be honest with you, is better than the new LS engines. If I had to choose which V8 I'm going to use, it would be the Hemi, because the Hemi is known to go the distance before the lifters fail. GM, on the other hand, they lifters failing at 20,000 miles, I've heard from other dealer techs, stuff that's still under warranty. I've seen Hemi lifters on the original lifters up in 80s, 200,000 miles, then they go. So, yeah, they hold on pretty good.
All right,
bro.
Super chat,
man.
Bro, what's up?
Happening? We keep missing each other.
I know.
It's like we playing phone tag. I'm gonna give you a big hug when I see you. I miss you, bro.
Well, I spoke to my brother-in-law on the phone. Hey, Ralph, we talked the other day.
Tell my nephew I said happy birthday.
Happy birthday to our nephew too.
Big happy birthday. Shout out to you, Jakor.
Them kids be wanting money. They got to cash out that man something. These kids want Robux. Ain't that right, Ralph? Mars says, I have a first-gen Scion TC with the bad piston rings from factory. It's a headache adding oil frequently. Luckily, it's my work car.
Try some that Lucas product called Lucas Oil Stop Leak. It'll help slow down that the oil consumption issues for you.
For sure. Lucas is a good product,
Yes,
guys. I don't
like
know. We're not sponsored by them. We just telling y'all what we experienced on our own cars, for sure. A man called Kodiak Wild. There's a name I recognize. Good evening, fam.
What's happening?
Good evening. Elliot Darby says, I have a 2016 Chrysler 200. My question under the bottom, don't it have a shield? It's supposed to.
It should. Most of these newer vehicles going to have shields. If your shield is missing, it's no big deal. It's not protecting anything. If a rock goes up out of there and that plastic shield is not going to protect your engine whatsoever. It's solely there for EPA fuel consumption things. It's there to make the vehicle more aerodynamic. It's not an off-road shield, as some may think. A plastic is not going to stop anything. It's there to get you 0.2 mpg. What it is weird. It's not even. It doesn't really make a difference.
All right, Bill Gates in here dropping coins as he should. Hope you're doing okay. I know
I checked into the shirt thing, but I don't know if they can do.
I'm gonna have to have it custom made because they won't let me do one order.
Yeah. Oh, so you checked into it too.
I'm on my P's and Q's. I don't know about I don't know. This man think I'm Superwoman or something. Cause I be all over the place.
Bill Gates, I appreciate you.
I swoop in, I take care of the shop, I take care of him, I take care of the children. They gotta go to the doctor. I'm at the school, PTSA. I do forget some things, but I remember what's important. Okay. I love you.
I love you too. Smoochie, smoochie.
AJ Chipera. Yo, bro. I'm at the fair with my partner right now. Oh, which fair y'all at?
Yeah.
Is it the one in Atlanta? They got one at Atlanta Motor Speedway. It is fair season.
It is.
Says can't stay on, but wanted to stop in and say hi.
I appreciate you, brother. That means a lot. You out there having fun and you stopped to say, hey, that means a lot to me. You took a time out your busy, exciting day to say, hey.
Says I'm going to try and come by your shop and meet you guys. Please do.
Yes. We love to meet all my fans.
For sure. He's a fellow shop owner actually in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. So I like to meet other shop owners and talk shop.
I got a gift for you too.
Oh yeah, you can give it to him. Yes. He probably got one though.
I don't know. We'll see. When you come, I see if you have one. If you don't, it's yours. One for you.
Anthony Glaspie says 2018 Dodge Challenger GT. How do I add more power to my car?
Well, you can get it professionally tuned. And no adding intakes and exhaust is not going to do the trick, unfortunately. You're probably going to lose power because anytime you add power adders to your factory computer is like, what am I supposed to do with all this extra air that's coming in? And I'm breathing a lot better, but I don't know what to do with it because I'm not programmed to do anything with it. The best thing you can do as any car owner that's trying to pull power is, yes, add the air intake, add the headers and the exhaust, but for the love of God, please get it tuned, because if you don't get it tuned, you're just going to be making extra noise and not doing anything on the quarter-mile time or however you're timing your vehicle. It's not going to do anything different. Now, of course, for the quickest, easy way to add power is nitrous. You can put you a little 50, 100 shot, and you'll really feel that. Anything else, you're not going to really feel. unless you start going into the engine and bumping up the compression and bigger cams, forced induction, whether that's supercharger, turbocharger, centrifugal supercharger. That's a belt ran turbocharger, the centrifugal supercharger. It's a weird one, but it's very common amongst power adders because it gives you the benefit of good boost, but it looks like a turbocharger, but it's just a way of forced induction. You get really good boost out of it that way.
All right, Muhammad. I know
What's
Muhammad.
happening?
What's up, family? Hey, Muhammad.
Yes, we worked on this guy.
I heard I missed you last time he was there. I think he came up with his son.
He came with his son.
I'm saying
they were so handsome and cute.
Oh man, I hate that I missed you. I hope I get to catch you again soon. Bill Gates says more and more it seems you have to go OEM in parts.
Yes.
And parts are harder to find for older cars more and more. Yes, that is correct. Yes. A lot of cars we turn down, like if they call and say, oh, I got a 96, this and that, and it's like,
I've stopped taking older cars because
can't find parts
are hard to find, and then when you get really, really old, people start doing stuff to their car that's that part never supposed to been on that car, but for some odd reason they done put a part off of a different make, and now they don't even know what the car that came off of. Frankensteining. That's what I like to call it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what built drive system you have?
It's too much. Yeah. Or we're like, sure you can get stuff from Rock Auto, but it's like we don't warranty anything offline. And then customers they'll say they're okay with it, and then they be like,
when something go wrong, all hell breaks
loose. They forget, they get amnesia. So we stopped taking
online parts are a lot cheaper, but you take a gamble.
For
you
sure.
don't know what you're doing.
Preacher Man says, good evening, guys. I have a 2013 Lexus V6 with 79,000 miles. Are they good cars in general? I also have a 1999 Ford F-150. Just started to overheat. Temperature hand slowly goes up and comes back down.
Okay, so first off, can't go wrong with a Toyota. Very good cars if properly maintained and if it was kept up to speed.
Lexus is Toyota. A lot of people don't know that, actually.
I assume they did. My bad. But yes, my wife is correct.
People Lexus are blown away that Nissan and Infiniti is the same. Lexus, Toyota is the same. GMC and Chevy is the same. I thought people knew that, but maybe they didn't.
But with 79,000 miles, you can do a lot of neglect within that miles. The worst neglect you can do within that mileage range is not change the oil. So I would potentially try to shine a camera down into the crankcase, remove the oil cap, and see if you can stick a camera down there. Sometimes it has a little baffle plate where you can't get a camera down in there, and then it'll be really hard. But you can still see somewhat if you shine your light down in the oil cap. That'll give you a general idea. Or ask for records for that car. Hey, do you have any oil change records? Or where have you been taking the car to?
Keep on going. I'm just doing something.
The truck, on the other hand, it sounds like you're low on coolant. You've probably sprung a leak and the coolant is not completely topped off, and there you got air in the system causing a fluctuation of the temperature. So I will take that to a shop, or if you're a DIY person, top the coolant system off, preferably with you can use distilled water. I prefer distilled water because it doesn't have the harmful chemicals in it that eats metal. Top it off with water because it's going to leak right back out if you potentially have a leak. Or if you stay in a cold climate, just use coolant. Top it off, use a pressure test the cooling system, and you should find your leak. Or you could have I think this slowly goes up and comes back down. Yeah, you're definitely having a leak. That's my first assumption. But both of those are very good cars and trucks. The F-150.
Okay.
What you doing, sweetie?
I'm just doing stuff. Don't worry about me. Okay? I just playing. All right. Toddy 1K says, what truck would you suggest is reliable for a family? 3 rows.
All right. A lot of people keep trying to look good, but
no.
Besides,
well, wait.
It just
Hold
depends
on.
on what you're trying to do.
Define reliable, because it's like and this might not be you, Toddy, but it's like, look, you're gonna have to fix whatever.
Yes, that is true.
Let's get that straight first.
But let me answer your question. If you can afford it, you can't go wrong with any Toyota or Lexus truck. Third row.
They're ugly.
Toyota is always
my pick. Is
my top pick.
The Ford Expedition.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that. It's very affordable, full size. It can really tow really good. But I'm talking about newer now, newer vehicles. Ford, Nissan. Nissan makes really good trucks, surprisingly.
Like Nissan what?
I'm talking about their full size trucks, like their Armadas.
Okay.
Their Titans. The MV.
He said 3 row.
The MV passenger van.
That's extreme.
I know, but I'm just giving you an example. They have a regular automatic transmission. See, Nissan, their engine's always been good up until now. Now they're switching up to a 3-cylinder variable compression engine, which are a bad idea, by the way. But yes, Ford, Lincoln.
There you go.
Yeah, Toyota, Honda.
If you had to ask what would we buy? What would you buy?
I would go Ford. I would go Lincoln because I like to look good, and I really have the hots for the new Navigators. They look very good. My wife don't like them. She prefer the Cadillac. I'm sorry, guys. No offense to you, Cadillac on the side.
Because you can fix it. I don't care about.
Okay, so if money wasn't a problem, if I had money to go and spend, I would go SRT Durango. Woo! The SRT lineup never have any issues like their regular cars. SRT Durango or that Cadillac V. Ooh, the Escalade V. Man, that thing does squatting. Like it takes off. It's a supercharged 6.2. 600 or 700 horsepower.
So we're gonna get the Cadillac Escalade?
Yeah, if I can afford it, I'm getting that bad boy. That's the only Escalade I get because the Escalade also have a diesel variant, inline 6 diesel engine. But I've looked into that engine. At first I liked it and I thought it was gonna be good because it's a diesel. But these clowns that made the dang on oil pump run off a belt. Like who does that? Then the belt is oil. It's a submersion oil. I'm like, just a terrible idea.
They be doing stuff.
Then it's deep down in there. It's not like you can just easily peel back a cover and service it. The belt goes, your engine is gone.
No, so summarize because we kind of went all over.
I know.
Toyota,
yeah.
If you want, I'm sure they got third row something. Nissan Armada. Nissan make good full-size SUVs. Ford Expedition, which is the same as the Lincoln Navigator. Yep. Okay, and if you like us, we got a gang of kids. You need extra cargo, get the L. Okay.
Yep, extended.
And that's it, really, that we could think of.
Now, if you want to go older, the older Expeditions are bulletproof. Yeah, the 06 and under. Tahoe Suburbans, you can't go wrong with those, man. Those are freaking tanks.
All right.
That's it.
Life of JR, speaking of SRT and stuff, he says, y'all remember I said I was going to get my wife a Durango RT. I just picked up a 2023 RT Orange Edition, fully loaded. Oh, lucky wife in the house. Don't be driving her car into if it's for her, let it be for her. It says it's got a lot more power than my V6.
Oh, it feels good,
it does.
Man. That 5.7 to get down.
All right, let me catch a couple of these super chats. Car Wash Channel of Northern PA. Oh, hey, how are you?
You're the best, bro.
Doing fine. Thank you for the super chat. It says Reckless Lex.
I love
it. Reckless Lex. Hey, y'all, can my cats cause smoke in the morning and jerking while acceleration? Thank you for the super chat.
Yes, I appreciate that. Now, smoking in the morning can sometimes be normal if it's very humid out. But jerking, I've never seen cats cause jerking. Now, depending on the car and how the transmission is, if catalytic converters can cause low power, meaning it's very slug and barely moving. And when the transmission shifts, it can jerk because the fluid pressure and everything is all off. So it's gonna shift funny because you're probably flooring it, and the line pressure is very high, but there's no power, and it harshly shifts, but not really cause any jerking. You may have other issues there. What is your codes? I know it have some type of check engine light codes. Every modern day vehicle run very good tests on themselves. They basically do their emission tests on themselves. As a mechanic, it's our job to pull that code and diagnose the systems tied into that particular code. But yeah, I would need to know the code to better help you there.
All right.
But no, I don't think it wouldn't. If it's smoking, that's something else. Catalytic converters will not cause things to smoke. Catalytic converter cause low power, and that's pretty much it, and destroy your engine if it's completely stopped up.
All right, a man called Kodiak Wild says, "Congrats on the win." Thank you so much. I even got a little picture queued up for y'all. Let me see if I know how to know what I'm doing.
I'm so happy she won. She would probably been devastated if she didn't win.
Yeah,
so I made sure we put our all into this campaign stuff. Share screen.
Yeah, and she's a senior in high school. So
look, it was so bad that her competition from last year was like, who you voting? What you running for? They trying to get the scoop because they was all scared to run, be her competition because they know she was coming hard. They was scared.
Okay, let me get y'all a picture up here. Let's see how I do this now. I just confused myself.
Okay, just pull up the picture.
Okay, boom, there we go. And there's your winner right there, folks. Mrs. Towers 2024. And she'll be about to be a grown lady, man.
Yeah.
What can we say? Going off to college, whatever.
Been that long.
I know.
She don't want to go to college. We visited a fire station today. She wanna get into public service and be a firefighter and EMT.
Yeah. So we spent the better half of today taking her to the fire station and meeting with those guys, and they gave her a lot of information. Then we took her to brunch and have a little parental talk with her, make sure see where her head's at.
And I tortured her today.
Yeah,
and I don't feel bad.
Alex got on her nerves as he normally does.
Nah, I told her I would get her back. She likes to come in when we tired and stick around and ask crazy questions. And it's like, sorry, go away. I know it. And then plop down on us. I'm like, girl, you too big to be plopping down on me now.
He got her back today. He got on her last nerve. Anyway, SF, what I said, one thing about it, in this order, it's gonna always be children, then the business, and then social media. So if the kids got anything going on, we will go lacking in other areas for sure. So didn't get as many videos as I would like to have got out this week because we were busy doing that after work. So for sure, but she is happy that she won. Thank you for commenting that.
Yes.
SF396 says, what is your opinion on the 08 Honda Accords with under 100,000 miles?
Very good car. I am actually trying to get one up for sale as we speak. This is that 08. Very good engine platform, good transmission, just an all-around good car. And if it has under 100,000 miles on it, if you got service records on it to make sure the engine is sludge-free and has been maintained, you got yourself a winner. And you're going to have a really good car for years to come. Sometimes Hondas can get a bad rep because people don't take care of them. It's a machine. You have to take care of them. Even though it has a Honda nameplate, that don't mean go out and just put gas in it and never change the oil or see about noises that it's making now. They just keep riding. Yeah, Honda will go the distance neglected, but that's not an excuse to do that to the car. Even though it can take it.
All right, so let me see here. Let me go back to where I was at. So many questions tonight. I hope y'all can tell that I'm trying to roll through to get everybody, you know.
We're trying.
Angelo in the house, he says, I have a 2013 Chrysler 200 convertible.
Oh, nice.
I recently changed the oil cooler. Hope you did it with an aluminum one.
Yes. Don't
and
go
then
back plastic.
had to change my thermostat. Do I need to expect to change anything else?
Yes, you can expect to change that thermostat again if you didn't go dealer parts.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried all the aftermarket thermostats, and I always had a comeback. Motorrad, which is normally a really good brand, comeback. The store brand, comeback. I've tried everything. I always receive comebacks. Only time I don't receive a comeback is when I go to the OE part from the dealership. Never see the vehicle again after that, dealing with thermostat issues. So yeah, if you use aftermarket thermostat, you can expect
it may come back on.
You can expect to do that again. It's not going to come back on. The car is just going to overheat one day. You're going to be driving and it's just going to overheat. Yeah,
question:
that's it.
Do he have that crossover pipe? You know what I'm talking about? That plastic crossover pipe.
Yeah, that the thermostat bolts too. Yeah, all Pentastar still. If he has,
so you may have to change that if he didn't. And do they have an aluminum upgrade? I can't.
Yeah,
remember.
They do. But the crossover pipes, they
I
normally
feel like we just changed one.
We did in the past. We did a couple of them in the past with the aluminum one, but they normally don't give issues up until the higher 100,000 mile range. They'll start getting brittle.
Well, if you want to be, was it proactive?
Yes.
I'd change it since you're in the business of changing the cooling components, and you shouldn't have anything to worry about.
Yeah, it should be golden.
All right, cool. Keep taking care of that Chrysler. Life of JR said, any suggestions to help keep it running a long time? He's talking about his Dodge Durango RT.
Yes, use very good quality oil. I like Mobile One. Valvoline is another very good one. Valvoline have this new oil that actively cleans the piston rings and stuff. I think it's called. We just looked at it. It has this oil. It's called Active Restore or something. It's got the detergent in it.
Oh, you learning from when you went to the?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But Valvoline is a real good one. You use their top brand oil, and one of their oils have active ingredients to clean up the piston rings and the piston side skirts and all that good stuff. Normally the damage is done from direct injected engines, so that oil is very good for direct injected engines, but that Hemi is a port injected, so you don't have to worry about that too much. But good oil quality, changing your oil on time, and that engine will go the distance. Tanya being
Tanya. The car wash, Josh.
So much.
Congrats to your daughter. I'm so blessed to have gotten to know you guys. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you. Listen, we just regular folks, okay? I like to tell people we live in the same America you live in.
We are very.
We have children. One of them crazy, you know. We have to be parents and stuff. And another congratulations from Tanya. Tanya, I'm gonna make sure we cash app this directly to her.
Yes, that's the same thing I did the last time.
Sure.
I was like, what if my customer said?
I'm sure she'll be excited that you guys. She really had a big night. So happy for her that she got a chance to experience that. So
I appreciate
y'all, man, for real. Look, here's another one. Joey says, "Oh my God, congratulations to my girl. Tell her Joey said great job." And of course, my sister, Miss Car Doctor, is beautiful. She's my family, baby. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, we are very hands-on parents. And last year she didn't win, not because she didn't campaign. It's just the other girl who didn't campaign still won.
She cheated. We later heard.
Now, I made sure we left no room.
She was scared because that same girl, she did not even think about running against her because she just knew.
We gave out gift cards and everything. So
we went big. It was nice.
There's more pictures. I'll probably put one up in the community tab of her big night.
The teachers couldn't even believe it.
Yeah. She won though. And she's going out with a bang this year. So thank y'all for congratulating her. Phil H says, "You get my purple Charger fixed yet?"
Almost. I got one.
Wait, did you see the video? That Charger was in the video today.
I gave an update on it.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't after the gentleman left with the key stuff I wasn't able to get back on it. I have one more test to run. And of course, my supporters on here gave me a lot of advice of tackling the situation.
Yeah.
One gentleman in particular gave me a really good idea that I never really thought about, that I'm probably going to incorporate. He mentioned sometimes you have to start over again, you know, just unplug everything and plug everything back up as you were doing the engine yourself. You know, unplug every connector. And the reason why, he didn't say the reason why, but as a mechanic, I know the reason why. The reason why, because you're able to look at each connector. Sometimes you have these metal prongs coming out. You have a female and you have a male, and they butt together. I don't got to explain that. And sometimes the prongs can be damaged. And if the previous mechanic wasn't paying attention, when he plugged it up, the prong could have got bent down. Anything could have happened with those prongs, causing no communication, or the problem that I'm having now. So I would definitely be resulting into doing that if my next test don't work.
Okay, but he gonna give it all he got.
Yes, and I fixed the major issues already, and I still have a little bit more, but that's beneath us right now. I got to get it running before I can look into the other issues.
All right, Simon says, any update on the black car that the owner disputed the charge? No, it normally takes them 7 to 10 business days, I guess. I'll get a notification soon whether he
they're gonna win. I'm sure of it.
You never know. We'll get a notification of some sort saying, hey, it's resolved in the customer's favor or it's resolved in our favor. And if it's resolved in our favor, great. If not, I'm gonna go straight to the recorder's court. So
yeah, we're doing that right away. Yep, right away.
Yeah, so I mean, right now we're just out of $1,000 some, which is
ridiculous,
crazy. But you know, Atlanta, I mean, I ain't gonna single Atlanta out like that, but it's just a place of scam. Life come in seasons. Right now, this seems to be the season where people are just taking or trying to take stuff. Like Alex's business credit card got lost when I lost my wallet, and it's one credit card that I forgot to, cancel and reorder a new one. And it wasn't until I got an alert on the email that said that someone was trying to spend $36,000 at Johnny Dang. I'm like, dang, bro, like
went big.
You could have bought some pizza,
a business card.
Get something to eat.
They got the money,
but Johnny Dang,
come on, man, 30,000 on
dang
grills or whatever you trying to buy.
And I screenshotted it. Maybe we'll do it short tomorrow. But they legit tried to spend $36K at Johnny Dang.
That's insane,
crazy.
Man.
Then I got a brand new business credit card. I ordered that brand new card. I ordered parts from
specifically for parts.
Jaguar, Land Rover, and Nally Honda. After I sent them credit card informations over, all of a sudden somebody paying a T-Mobile bill with that card. All of a sudden somebody's got themselves a DoorDash pass. And I'm like, so I only sent this card two places. So Atlanta, the land of the scam, I guess. I don't know.
Ridiculous,
but, we just try to keep our head up and keep going.
And speaking of scam, I probably mentioned on the video.
What
you read in the forums. One Nation.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah. Casey Emmanuel 12 Savage. Okay. What's going on? It says change Purge. First of all, thank you for the super chat.
I appreciate that, buddy.
Change Purge with AC Delco Purge. Mm-hmm. No check engine light since. Thanks. Also, I can fill my gas up now without it clicking off. Mileage went up too. Thank you.
Yeah, that's sweet. He must see one of my videos.
He probably been on here. We answer a lot of questions.
I don't know.
So hopefully
that's what's up, man. I'm happy to hear that.
And that alone is why we sit and do these lives.
Because it saves people so much money, because a simple issue like that could have cost this man thousands dealing with the wrong mechanic. Mm-hmm. I see it time after time. It'd be a simple under $40 part, and they done took their car to a person that don't know what they're doing, selling this man catalytic converters, tune-ups, all kind of weird stuff he did not need.
All right.
So dealing with the right person is very crucial.
Well, we could piggyback then what you was getting ready to say. So, first of all, M. Cepeda on site. This is one of our dear friends.
Oh, what's happening? This a brother to me, man.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on tonight. But
he family.
So I'm a part of several forums about auto repair, right?
And I couldn't believe this.
And
that's why
I said, Alex, I figured out why other mechanics get pissed off when he put other shops on blast.
They get so mad. I'm like, why are you mad? I'm clearly in the right, and I'm trying to warn people that, hey, this place is shiesty. What's the problem with that? And I'm like, okay, you mad? That's not going to stop me doing what I'm doing. I'm going to continue to do it. Good, you mad. It make me want to do more just to piss you off. But go ahead, sweetie. I'm sorry.
I like the fact that you had acknowledged that you cut me off and you said that you were sorry. I appreciate that. That's growth right there. That used to be one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, we good, man. I like you. You know?
You like me.
I like
good.
You. Yeah. You can love somebody and not like them. But I like you, though. You all right with me.
You that special. You that who get
listen.
Go ahead.
We is married in real life, okay? The forum. So basically, someone was saying in there, basically, you're not supposed to put another shop down, no matter if they did good or bad.
It's a secret.
You just keep your head down. It's part of the brotherhood. And I was like, well, Alex, I guess you're not part of the brotherhood then, because that's why they be in the comments going angry. And it's like, at what point in the automotive industry do we start holding each other accountable? Because that's why people make statements like, oh, integrity and mechanic can't be in the same sentence.
This is why.
Because nobody's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like everybody got protection in any other business. But when it comes to the mechanic side of things, the consumers don't have no protection.
They out of here. You don't have to answer to no board, no licensure, nothing.
You don't got to do nothing. You can get scammed all day long. And the mechanics can be profiting and sitting there on yachts laughing at how they scammed these people. And they don't have no repercussions. Because they'll take it to another shop. They're just going to be quiet, hush, and say to themselves, dang, whoever they took this to, man, they got ripped off. Ha, 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 ha.
Well, they say it's because you're making yourself look good. Listen, and we got the receipts to prove it. Every time we put a shop on blast, that customer win in the end. That blue Honda, guess what? They put a new engine in her car after they
weren't gonna do it.
Yeah, after they were ignoring her for months. All of a sudden, they reaching out now and gave her a new engine. Same thing with Christian Brothers. They gave her money back and sent her a note.
So it works.
It works. Got to hold folks accountable.
And it makes the industry better. And hopefully people can learn from that. Hey, we hold each other accountable. It should be like that from the beginning, man.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, me calling the shop, just scenario. Hey, brother, y'all left this loose. How can we take care of the customer here? I can simply charge the customer this much, and you can reimburse me. And if you reimburse me, you don't feel like going back to your shop, or you don't want to deal with the problematic customer, I give you a discount. Of course, granted, if the conversation goes smooth and you're not trying to tear me down, oh, I've been doing this so long and these many years, and you don't know what you're talking about. And I get that all the time. Yeah. Oh, you're an idiot, and okay, I'm not giving you nothing. Now, speaking of that, I still got to write my review. I haven't wrote it yet.
Okay. Trevor. Okay, Washington.
Fancy.
Hi, Alex, the car doctor and Mrs. Car Doctor. I have a 06 Buick Rainier with 300,000 miles. Talk about the older Buicks kicking butt. There you go.
The Rainier is the Trailblazer.
Okay. Oh, yeah, sure is.
It's the Trailblazer, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, I think so.
All right. So it says, and it's ticking. What could be the problem? Is it better to replace the engine?
She tired, boss.
She tapping out, literally.
Of course, I gotta hear the tick for myself. But with 300,000 miles on it and not knowing the history of the car and if it was taken care of properly, I would say she is tired, and it's probably time to replace that engine and get you 600,000 miles out of that bad boy. Of course, you want to get an engine with lower miles or a reman unit, and you can't go wrong with that. Or switch up cars. You know, when car hit those kind of digits, other stuff starts to wear out. So if you put an engine in that car, just know you're going to be putting suspension parts. You know, your transmission may give. You gotta have to expect that of the car. You know, you expect that out of the car. Those types of miles on it. So know what you're getting yourself into. But you know, if you with the commitment, stick to it. Don't do what a lot of my customers do, dump a whole bunch of money into it after I done told them, hey, this is the time to get out. You either get out now or follow through with the commitment.
Right.
And sometimes they'll follow through with the commitment and regret it. And you know, have little small issues and like, dang, I just spent all this money. Now I'm spending 200 here, 300 here. That little knick-knack stuff will eat you up and drive you crazy. So just know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, but that's a testament to everybody always screaming Toyota, Honda. They're the older GMs can go the distance too. So shout out to you for helping it last that long.
For sure.
All right, Jeremy Anderson, thank you for the super chat.
Appreciate that, Jeremy.
Says, thanks for being true. When the Cuddy getting some love? Minneapolis.
Look, I want to so bad, but
I skipped one.
My priorities is on getting the shop where it needs to be, like self-running, family. Like, I want to do my Cutlass so bad, but where I'm putting the money at right now is into the shop, and I just don't have the money for the cut dog. Because I want to do it right. My wife is like, just do it right, sweetie. You know, yes, I can easily just throw it in there now and it'll be good, but it won't be what I want. And it's knowing me, once I put it in there, it's not going to come back out. I'm not going to do it later.
Can I put you on blast?
Yes.
He has the money. Let me tell you what he do with it. Go to the Walmart and Target and buy big Power Wheels or whatever that the daughters desire. That's where the money goes. Okay, this man sit up here had, I know, $1,000 that was his, untouchable.
What did I buy? What did I buy with it?
Not no car parts, stuff.
What did I buy?
Irrelevant stuff. Oh. Oh wait. Okay, so he bought me a ring, but you didn't have to do that.
I know, but it's time for an upgrade. My priorities is not right there at the moment.
He be having money.
I want to, but yeah.
I'm like, hey, buy somebody your eBay cart.
I need to.
He the one trying to be Santa Claus in the summertime.
Anyway, can we move on?
Coming home with stuff. I came home with the baby a new hover round. Then I'm like, hey, she got enough toys. Like,
this my last kid.
That's why the Cutlass is not. Because he won't. I don't know. I'm grateful, but I want you to do something for yourself too.
I'm going to get around to it.
Y'all heard it here, folks. Okay? Y'all heard it here first. Wandering Robot Studio, thank you for the super chat. Says,
I like that name.
I know. Any tips on finding where wires are broken?
That's something better shown than told.
Paint a picture.
I'm going to try, though.
Come on.
There is a function. Ooh, where are the wires are broken? Oh, man. You have to follow the evidence. If you suspect a certain system, find that sensor, or oxygen sensor, whatever that's not working. Trace the harness. It's going to be all covered up under a big loom. Trace it, and if that harness has looked like it's been rubbing or not secure, it will rub through. And yeah, you can see it then. Also, you can, it's still one of the things better shown than told. You can do a continuity test on sections of wires. Let's say you have one piece of wire over here and one piece of wire over here. This wire you can put your lead on right here and probe the wire, cut back some of the installation, probe it, and test that continuity between that point. If it's good, you just keep moving backwards until you be like, you don't have no continuity. And there's a beep function on your volt ohm meter. It looks like a Wi-Fi bar, if I'm probably mistaken. But if you touch two leads together, the thing will beep. And that's normally how I find the wire. So I just keep moving back. And when it stopped beeping, I'm like, okay, I have a break right here. And I normally find it. That's the best way I can explain it.
Very time consuming.
Yes. I do have a power probe too, where I hook up. I don't have to rip back any insulation or anything. It's less invasive. And I wave my wand. It basically does the same thing. Whatever wire I hook it up to, it's going to look for that signal that it's putting out. And I just wave my little tool. And when it stops beeping, there's the broken wire. It's so cool. I'm going to have to incorporate it in a video.
You send a video that come out tomorrow?
No, that's a draw test.
Oh.
Yeah, I bought a draw. I love Power Pro products. They make my life so much easier when it comes to electrical diagnostics.
All right, Austin Salaway, thank you for the super chat.
Appreciate that, Austin.
Says Mr. and Mrs. Car Doctor, y'all are amazing. God bless you.
Thank you, man. I receive it.
When y'all send blessings, that be so.
Yes, that's powerful, y'all.
I'm telling you, because it ain't easy running the business. No. It really isn't. Like
There's so many hurdles.
Yeah, let alone put it on YouTube. Let alone also try to be as natural and what's the word?
Well, the natural part is easy because I just be me. I don't be.
No, what I'm saying, authentic. That's what I meant to say. As authentic as possible.
But that's easy
for you. Me, I'm more of a. I be scaling back sometimes because I be like, I cut somebody up by my man. You know what I'm saying?
She scaled back on the authenticity. She don't. Too much authenticity. I don't know. Too much of a good thing is not a good thing.
I mean, because some people really be talking crazy. And they don't know me like that, cuz. They don't know. What say what now? You know what I mean? So I be quiet. I just be letting Alex be Mr. Nice Guy.
Thank you so much. Don't let this nice guy fool you. We made a video that we didn't even put out. I was 38 high. And it's a current.
So that's what I mean by scaling back.
It's a current situation going on. I may post it sometime in the future when it's all blow over. It's gonna be an old video, of course. But man, that was a real video. I was pissed that day, but you don't see it because, like I mentioned on the video, it's pointless to get pissed off at something that I can't handle. Let's just say someone talked bad about my wife. I'm going to be looking just like this. I'm like, okay. But when I see you in person, I'm a flip really quick and I'm going to confront you.
Yeah.
And in the video, that particular video, I'll say, I can no longer see this person. I can no longer work with this person. We'll
get him a synopsis. I ain't going to dangle the carrot. Basically, we're dealing with a customer that he says, we saw the car 2 months ago. It's been 2 months in August. You're saying that something is still leaking. We're saying, hey, no problem. Bring it back. We'll look it over, do the warranty process. He don't want to do that and want us to blindly give him a refund.
And I was like, even if it is leaking and if it is my fault, I would give you a refund. That's no problem, but I have to see it for myself.
Anyway, he starts yelling to the top of his lungs as I'm talking to him. And I was like, ooh, I'm talking about like
screaming
at me.
Nobody's screaming at my wife, man.
Let me go ahead and hang up.
Thinking about it again.
You don't know me like that.
I will hurt you.
I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And I'm going to save you and my husband.
Yeah, I don't care about going to jail.
That's what I mean by scaling back on the authenticity. Because when it's time to be on 10, I'm on 12. See what I'm saying? About mine. But anyway, Cam, he said, shut up and read my question. I got you, Cam.
Cam, I appreciate it, bro.
Thank you for the super chat and thank you for your patience. He says, I have an 09 Crown Vic Police Interceptor.
Oh, good stuff.
HVAC doesn't work. My mechanic told me it was the ECM computer. I changed it and it worked for 2 months, then stopped. It still has police wires in it. Do I have to rewire the car? Interesting.
I'm not sure. That's an odd one. You shouldn't have to rewire the car. And the computer normally don't have anything to do with the HVAC system. Normally and it's '09. Well, it's a little bit newer. Sometimes the computer would talk to the body control module, and the body control module handles all the HVAC stuff in most cases. You may be having a body control module issue. Now, I don't know which computer you changed, but looking here, you said the engine control module. Engine control module and the HVAC system shouldn't have anything to do with each other. But I have to look at a wire diagram to know for sure and see how that would tie into the ECM, which I don't think it does. And why would it start back working after you replace the ECM? That's the question at hand. My money is on the BCM. You're having a BCM issue, or the or wiring problem is a police interceptor with wires going everywhere. And when they take these cars out of service, sometimes they can be very careless and rip stuff off, and maybe you have a bad connection somewhere. And by messing around with the ECM wires, maybe you bumped a wire changing the ECM, and that wire you bumped probably temporarily connected it together. And now you're thinking, oh man, by me replacing the ECM, it's working again. And in theory, that had nothing to do with it. It's because you touched the harness and now you temporarily butted it back up. And now it's back broken again because it had a bad wire connection from the get-go. So that's what I'm thinking. You probably have a bad pressure. I don't know what's not working on your HVAC system, but it's a lot that go into it. I don't know if you're talking about the AC side, the heat side, the blower motor side, blender side. It's a lot that go into it. So I need a lot more details to kind of help you pinpoint exactly what's going on. But hopefully that advice helps. I would go back to the ECM where you replaced it and just wiggle the wires. Sometimes wiggling wires will help you solve a lot of problems. I wiggle. It don't sound right the way I'm about to say this, but just know it's nothing dirty. I wiggled this guy's wires on his truck. You see how that sounds? It's not like that. And the problem was persistent. I was like, okay, I kept wiggling it. And then all of a sudden it went away. I'm like, oh crap. So I continued to really wiggle, never get it back, do it again. And this dude is happy to this day. I was like, well, I can't charge you because I don't know what I did.
Right.
And if it do work, good, great. You just got a free fix and a diagnostic. And came back to the shop a week, 2, 3, 4 weeks later, whatever, for another issue. I'm like, man, that was amazing. You did great. Whatever you did. I was like, I don't know what I did, but great. I'm glad it fixed it. So yeah, hopefully that helps.
All right. Stone says, bet I'm thinking about a 5th gen V8 Ram. Not sure what year yet, though.
Dang, like I said, the Rams is. I say go for that.
and if you do get the one with the Pentastar, no, he said V8. When we see the Hemis, is that the only 5.7 V8? Yeah. They got the 6.1 or no?
Yeah, they got 6.1, 6.2, 6.4.
Well, the Hemis, if you
decide those are the Hemi lineups.
Yes, the lifters tick. But we don't see it. We don't see it
on the SRTs. Oh, I don't see it on the SRTs.
Well, no, I was gonna say we don't see them on the Hemis until they well up, approaching 200K.
Yeah, on the 5.7s. Like I said, I don't see them on the SRTs. The SRTs lifters are so great. People are upgrading to that on their 5.7. They're putting SRT lifters on their 5.7.
Cool. That's smart. Nick's Mobile Mechanic says, "Hey, Alex, I got an 03 Lincoln Navigator."
Sheesh.
Didn't we tell y'all about that Navigator? Somebody who asked about third row. There you go. Says 543,000 miles on it. Believable.
Yep.
I just did the timing chains, cam phaser, head gasket, water pump. Thing is running strong. What is your worst experience with the 5.4 Triton?
Not using sludge. Sludge is an engine killer for those. If you see sludge in those 3-valve Triton engines, you might as well throw the engine away. The cam journals are shot, most likely, and the engine is no longer any good. But if you don't see sludge in it, the worst thing you can do is put aftermarket cam phasers in that bad boy. Those cam phasers, maybe they've gotten better, but I still don't trust it. Of course, you have Dorman cam phasers, Chloe's cam phasers. I've never really seen those work long term. You have to go dealership. No one can figure out how to duplicate the dealership quality on those cam phasers for those 3 valves yet. From my understanding, anyway, I don't know. I haven't did a 3 valve job in I think 2 years now, about 2 years. So I haven't really been researching the issue and see if it got better. But yeah, that's my worst experience.
All right. So super chats. Thank you, Souls.
Souls in the house.
It says, got a new cat from the dealer. For those who don't know, catalytic converter is what he means. And I, not to say that y'all ain't smart, but it's just always that one person like, cat, what is a cat? Not the meow cat, but a catalytic converter. From the dealer at 150,000 miles for free.
What?
Probably a recall or something. Yeah. Do you recommend CataClean every certain amount of miles to keep it like new?
I would recommend a fuel induction service. Now you can use CataClean; it will help. But to keep everything, a clean engine is a efficient engine. Let's say that. Doing fuel induction service does not necessarily clean the catalytic converter. It does help remove varnish from it and things like that, but it really don't clean it because catalytic converters get really hot and whatever is on it is going to burn off anyway. So does it remove varnish? No. I'll take that back. I know I said it removed varnish, but it doesn't really clean the catalytic converter in a nutshell. What it does is it cleans the engine. And a clean engine is an engine that pollutes less. An engine that pollutes less, that means the catalytic converter have less work to do. It's like doing dishes. If you have over 100 dishes versus this person got 5 dishes, who you think gonna finish first? The person with the 5 dishes, and they have less work to do and more efficient because they have less dishes. So a clean engine is more efficient. Bam, less dishes.
That was a good analogy, right? All right.
I got these restroom about that.
All right, cool. All right, real quick, let me make sure we got some. Okay, you can fix it. Glad to see y'all together doing business. Can you hear me? I'm gonna read this. Cam Turner with a super chat. Thank you. Says, if I bought my 09 Crown Vic from Virginia to you, can you fix it? Glad to see y'all together doing business and raising a family. Black kings and queens forever. Amen, brother. Yes, we have out-of-state customers from Florida, North Carolina, Mississippi, Alabama. So we're familiar with getting. I said North Carolina. He's my North Carolina. My only issue with it is we don't mind taking your car in, but it's like, listen, if something goes wrong, part failure or anything, it's hard to honor the warranty. And I don't need y'all being mad at me because you want me to tow it outrageously, which I will do. But at some point, we have to ask, is it worth doing business versus somebody that lives 5 miles from the shop? It's no problem.
It's not workmanship problems. It's going to be a parts issue.
Parts defective, stuff
Part
like that.
failure is a real thing here. And we have no problem making it right. We just towed a car from North Carolina, no problem, and fixed it. And we have a nationwide warranty, so you can take it to another shop. But the problem with that particular customer, the other shops in the area are completely trash.
That's why she brought it to Georgia.
You shouldn't trust anybody.
Yeah.
And
we're trying to make sure that, to answer your question, yes, you can come. But you need to understand the great distance between you and us and our limited ability to make a correction if need be. It's a lot easier if you live here versus Virginia. You know what I mean? So long as you cool and not outrageous, we'll definitely work with you. And thank you for your kind comments. Yes, and we do try, to keep this marriage together and to keep the business going. My only requirement as a wife, and I tell him this all the time, I want it to be real. Don't have me on the internet in love looking good and you know what I'm saying? Or, some couples be great online and in reality they suck. Anybody who personally know us know that, hey, we are very much in love and it's real.
Just like you said. If I think we had a rocky point in our relationship once.
Right. Yeah.
And man, we had some people that was crying. And a lot of people looked up to us back in the day. We're talking about over almost a decade now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they was
like, if y'all don't make it, what's gonna happen?
Everybody get emotional. I was like, man, I didn't think people really look at us like that.
Cause I'm finna be up out of here. Listen, baby. But you know what? Even too, though, it's kind of like societal norms where we live in a society where, you know, marriage. I'm gonna just go back to you for context so people who watch can know what I'm talking about. And he says, you know, raising a family and being married. People who are married, we live in a place where marriage is not the goal anymore. Most women want to be independent. And most men want to go 50-50, and it's just all a big hoopla.
Or they getting married just for looks, and it's a disposable thing. Like, correct. Oh yeah, if I get married, don't work out, I can just be out the door, and you know. And then we're talking about 5 marriages later, and like, man, forget this junk. They don't put in the work anymore. Yeah,
it takes work, you know. And if you're willing to do the work, and I told him, you know. Well, at this point, whether he do the work or not, I'm straight. Like,
good. I'm about to sit my butt down there. Look, guys, I done made it. I don't got to do no more work.
I made it. Alimony and child support. It's cheaper to keep me. Might as well do the work. I'm just saying, you know.
Like I told my wife, it's effortless. So whatever I'm doing, it must be right. I don't be trying. It's just when you love someone and really care for someone, and you look at them as your best friend, it's going to be effortless. But if you find yourself in an uncomfortable place every time, sorry, buddy, you should have known that from the get-go. Or sorry, ma'am, you should have known that from the get-go. You're not going to be able to change a person. Most of the time, this person is going to stay the same. And, you know, you just have to live with him not putting his shoes in the right place or leaving the toilet seat up, just little knick-knack stuff.
Yeah, you're good on that.
What?
You put the toilet seat
I know, but I'm just saying other issues that's in other households.
Ain't nothing greener, baby. I'm finna water and till my grass, replant if I have to, all that stuff. And
nothing greener on the other side, trust me.
We just try to keep it real. We will be married until the end of time. I'm stuck.
Like Chuck.
There you go. Anyways, little unsolicited marriage advice there. I hope I'm saying it right. Say and Day Transport. I hope I said it right. Do forgive me if I didn't. 2019 Ford Mustang GT 5.0.
Coyote.
80,000 miles. It says multiple misfire with oil on the plugs. Ooh. 6. So manual. What to do?
Okay, so if you have oil on the spark plugs, when you pull those coils off, you have a valve cover tube seal issue, and you need to change out your valve covers. But 80,000 miles and the tube seals are messed up. 19, that's odd. But anything can happen. Your climate, that wherever you are, could be extreme and could be rough on those seals. So it's possible. The car is 6 years old, 5 years old. So it is possible, but if you pull that thing out, if it's got oil around it, you definitely have spark plug tube seals issues, which is part of the valve cover gasket set when you order it. And I will suggest changing those out because liquid and electricity does not mix. You will have misfires. Thanks for the super chat. I really appreciate it.
KC Emmanuel 12 Savage. Thanks for another super chat. He says, 04 LAC, do you mess with Murray Plus thermostat for the 04 LAC from Morales? By the way, thanks again for the Purge. I blew into it and it wasn't open. Think it was stuck closed. I remember his comment now. Yeah,
I don't.
You was giving him instructions on how to, you know, blow it. I remember.
Do I mess with Murray
on the 04 LAC? That's fine.
Yeah. So okay, guys, most brands don't mind aftermarket thermostats. They don't care. They'll eat it for breakfast and be very happy with it. It's only a certain makes that care about thermostat type. And the only thing that come off the top of my head right now is Fiat. That's your Dodge Chrysler products.
Stellantis.
There's another one, but I can't think of it right now. Sorry, guys. But it's another one that's out there. Just can't think of it. It's not many, but most cars, they don't care about aftermarket thermostats.
Right. It's just that Pentastar and whatever else. But yeah, for sure. You should be okay with that.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right, cool. Phil H says, just get an old Ford 4.6 liter, best engine I had. Had a few F-150s in town cars, got 400,000 miles out of each.
Those are freaking tanks, man. That's like, before the 3-valve. 3-valve got a bad reputation for its timing chain and sludging up if don't change the oil properly. But those 2 valves, whew, beautiful.
Unfortunately, we're at a time in life where you have to either choose to buy new and look good
on and side the road,
or get you something older and reliable to get you from A to B.
But look, at least if you're on side of the road, you can play it off. You can do what my daughter likes to do and play it off by sit out there and take a selfie. That's what you got to do.
She drive a 1999 Jeep.
I'm just saying, she'll be the type that do that. Like, well, I don't want to look bad on side of the road. I got this beautiful car. Let me pose. And they'll just think you posing on side of the road.
Unfortunately, until they start eating, or maybe this all is a ploy to bully everybody to going all electric.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it is. I don't trust any government, EPA, and money make people do weird stuff.
It's no way you should spend $120K on an SUV and have lift failure and transmission problem.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
That's crazy. So you either gonna ride that or get yourself an 04 LAC, pre-DOD or whatever. That's the choices that we have, unfortunately. Or get a Toyota, but even some of their engines were self-grenading themselves. So it's just right now it's like the Wild Wild West. Honestly, you can't really
crap, man.
Get that old stuff like this gentleman said, 400,000 miles.
Don't worry about looking good. Worry about getting the A to B. Yeah.
Kawasaki Crusader.
Like that name.
Says, I've got an 07 Escalade ESV. Can't find a module for my heated seats anywhere. Help. Man.
eBay. That's the only thing
eBay.
I can think of.
You may have to call your local salvage yard. If you get a car that's was totaled from the back or whatever, there's a good chance maybe that heated seat
or
module.
Check the classifieds on Facebook Marketplace in your area.
For sure.
You can type in Escalade parts car, and if someone close, you can be like, hey, just run on over there and like see if they have the module, and they'll probably give it to you for a very good deal. That's my advice.
Yeah, that's what I would do if it was important. Calvin Haslam, thank you for the comment. He says, hello, my 3.6 Pentastar doesn't have the tick. Is there any way to prevent it?
I've heard there's no way, but I've heard this from a dealer person. I would say change your oil within the old intervals and using very good oil. It's extreme, like the old intervals, 3,000 miles. Okay. Let's take it back to the basics, good people. Back when we had 3 to 5,000 mile intervals, we had no problems. These problems started rising when let's do 10,000 mile intervals. Let's push it to 15. Like, come on, man. Y'all tripping.
I'm changing mine every 3. Sorry. Okay. Every 3.
Yeah, if you want to keep your car.
We heard from the dealership guy there's no preventing it. It's a design flaw.
Yeah, the needle bearings on the roller bearings, they're too small and they're under a lot of stress. So the bearings will fail, flatten out, and you get the play, and then you get the tick. If you keep riding around, it's going to start digging into your cam and just wipe out your cam lobes.
So my advice to you is just to...
And I don't know if oil can prevent.
Sit the money to the side.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, until somebody tell me different. All right, IBU or UBME says, how hard is it to change the starter on a G30X? I'm getting sleepy. G37X, and you yawning is not making it no better.
I think that's the all-wheel drive version. those Infinitis, man, they can be a little rough. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been a while since I've done one on that particular G series. So I can't tell you off the top of my head, but trying to think about it, I think it is a little rough
to do.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because everything is so tight, and especially I think the X stands for like all-wheel drive. That can really make things compact, and really make it tough if it is all-wheel drive.
Okay.
Fun car, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Reckless X.
Yes, I do.
Do you work on? I just realized, did I read your name wrong before? Reckless X? I don't know. I got it now, Reckless.
I do. I only work on diesels that I can fit in my parking lot. So I can't work on 24-foot box trucks.
Yeah.
I kind of keep it to like 3500s and under. Yeah, that's what I keep.
But he definitely can. It's just space. I, for one, would like to, because one thing we don't agree on currently is getting fleet work from Amazon. And he's like, we don't have the space. And I'm like, man, we could make the space. But, you know, at the shop, he is king. So I just let it be. He said he don't want to do it. He ain't got to do it. Muhammad says, thoughts on the Lexus ES500 Sport F, new or used?
Used if it has good service records. New if you just don't want used problems.
What, Muhammad? You gonna get you a Lexus?
Fancy.
Let me tell y'all about Muhammad's car. Everybody say Nissans are crap and whatever, but Muhammad,
which is amazing, by the way, what my wife is about.
Is over 200,000 miles on his Nissan Altima original transmission.
I couldn't believe it.
That's unheard of.
I couldn't believe it. Oh
that is unheard of.
He's the only owner. So
whatever he was doing.
Last time I seen this guy, I was like, man, what happened to your hood? It's all scratched up. He was like them guys right there. His kids, I guess, took dirt to his hood and just scratched it. I was like, oh, man.
I don't know, but Muhammad, you need to broadcast the recipe on how you had made that transmission last.
Just change your fluid.
Yeah.
I think he said change every 30,000 miles, 30,000 miles.
Stay on top of it. That's proof that the Altimas can go because their engines are solid. Just
and don't dog him. He don't dog his car.
He be driving slow like Grandma Muhammad.
I don't know.
Blues Miller says DJ Eddie M, Mobile, Alabama.
Nice.
1959 Chevy Impala 6.2 LS swap in the near future.
It's gonna be mean.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing to my Cutlass. It's getting a 6.2 LS.
Man, I hope you
not LT. LS.
I would love to see that build if you feel like filming it. Yeah, I would watch it.
He got a channel. We need to check him out.
Joseph Rothwell says, love your channel. Been working in the field for 4 to 5 years now. Currently a tech for Toyota. Love your channel. You're a great boss. Love to work with.
Oh, man. Hey, come see me.
Think so.
If you're in my area, I'm hiring.
Yeah, we do. We need solid tech, man. Not saying nothing wrong with the ones we got, but after the one we just hired and fired, we just need working interviews. Can't hire you without the working interviews because I'm not gonna waste your time or mine. You know,
trying to put my name into the dirt.
Susan James says, I got my spark plugs changed on my Nissan Maxima 03. Now it's throwing an 02 sensor code. Is it related?
It should not be, but with these janky mechanics now these days, they could have unplugged something or cut something. I don't put nothing past mechanics these days. I'm speaking like I'm not a mechanic myself. Well, I'm speaking like that because I don't put myself in the same square or bubble as them. I'm my own individual, so that's why I speak like that. But I don't put nothing past them. Mechanics have different weird tricks they do, and some of them are unplugging things and making it look like it's plugged up, but it's not. Installing blown fuses, removing fuses. Some of those are some of the little tricks they do. So once you verify all those items, make sure it's plugged up, making sure they didn't cut any wires, making sure they routed the wires back properly if they did have to touch it to remove the spark plugs, which they shouldn't have. had to do that. Make sure the fuses are good. Then chances are it's not related to the previous mechanic. It's just one of those things that just happen, which sometimes, it could be a coincidence, and sometimes it happen, but you won't know until you start looking for evidence and have it properly diagnosed. That's very important now these days.
All right, Emmanuel Agua.
Thanks for the super chat. Chopped. That's what I was saying. Chopped.
I have a 99 Tahoe.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Okay. I take pretty good care of it. About 50,000 miles on it. Or did he mean 500? What can I do to bulletproof it and make it run as long as possible?
Well, first off, those already come bulletproofed.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't have to do nothing more, nothing less. You don't have to add anything. All you have to do is change your oil and do some preventive maintenance. I'll say once you start getting up in the higher mileage range, probably, he said 50,000 miles on that? 99?
Could be in Grandpa.
If you do have those lower miles, I start changing out hoses, because 9 times out of 10, those hoses are dry rotted and hard. And inspect the radiator. The key thing to car ownership is to be proactive.
Proactive. You know what? That word been kicking out, but you keep talking. I'm gonna look it up and make sure we live in
it. Key thing is to be on top of stuff. When my days of working in the fleet field, we changed parts not because it was broken. We changed parts because it received a certain hours of usage. You have to go by hours of usage with fleet vehicles because they're on all day, every day, 8 hours a day, nonstop. And you have to just, everything gets sped up. So we was changing starters, alternators. You don't want to wait till it break down because it may break down at the wrong time. You trying to go to catch a cruise and the alternator give out, and now you missed your ship because of something silly as an alternator.
I ain't missing my ship. I'm a hitchhike.
So, just get yourself a good mechanic, stick with that mechanic, change your maintenance items. That's the only thing you have to do to that truck. Once you get up in the higher mileage range, those fuel pumps has been known to go out. I will probably change it around between 100 to 150. Just for preventive maintenance sake, because they just known for going out. GM fuel pumps. Don't ride your truck around on under a quarter tank of gas. That will leave the fuel pump not submerged in fuel, which is the fuel is keeping the fuel pump cool when it's submerged. But when it drops down at barely any gas, that fuel pump generates a lot of heat and it's no longer able to cool itself down because it's not surrounded by fuel anymore. And you burn up your pumps. And this goes for all makes and models. Just don't ride around on E. You will burn up your pump. Now, of course, some makes and models their pumps are more resilient and can take that. Toyota, Japanese model cars. But, for the American brands, yeah.
What about Jetta?
Not really. Because
I'm on E. I got to stop doing that.
But yeah,
man, listen, I don't have time to stop because everybody don't sell diesel around here, and it just be not at a good time for me to get the fuel right now.
My daughter spitting in me. You jump in her Jeep, she on E. She ain't saying nothing.
My stuff be like, man, I be like, ooh, the gas light on, but I can make it a few more miles.
Ridiculous.
That's okay. I'm gonna do better. I gotta take your advice, right? Because you Alex the car dog.
I just fix it.
TJ Soul says that's one thing Michael and I love about y'all. Your love for each other. Oh, thank you so much. It's not popular in marriage nowadays. Sadly, we love marriage. Love y'all. Thank you so much.
Marriage is a beautiful thing. This old lady told us long years ago. She was like, God can't bless no mess. Y'all get yourselves married now.
Yeah, and we sure did after that. But to each their own. People have their opinions. My thing is, you don't want to be in this life alone. This world is crazy. You better have somebody to hold you at night, honey, that love you and love you back. And I'm teaching my daughter the same thing.
We telling her all the goodies.
Don't worry about no feel good butterflies. Do that man have character? You know, has he made his intentions clear?
She chasing butterflies. I'm
nah,
like,
nah.
See, she's older and mature now. She was like, I just didn't get the butterflies. I was like, you can't
go by that, baby.
I didn't get the butterflies with your mama.
I ain't get it with your dad. I was like, I don't know about him, cause you know
she thought I was too nice.
I did. I sure did. I'm like, oh, wait, what? Then I had to talk with myself. I was like, you dummy, don't you want a nice man?
The dude she's dating now, she talking about, oh, he's just too nice. I wait for him to flip. Oh my God. Okay.
We working on him. Okay. Mar says, what would you say is the most toughest job you had to do in your automotive career?
Deal with customers. It's never the cars. It's never gonna be the cars. Whoever you are, it's gonna be the customers. Dealing with,
because you enjoy doing it.
Yes, dealing with predatory customers. They will curse you, threaten you, just all kind of weird stuff, and all you're trying to do is help customers.
I guess, and that's why I respond the way that I do these days, because a lot of times in the past, Alex have been taken advantage of, and you know, and I
had a customer threaten to shoot up my house.
So you know what? That's why I don't even play like that these days. You know what I'm saying? I don't play the radio. You getting belligerent, you're gonna have to raise up out of here. Simple. If you talking crazy on the phone, I'm gonna go ahead and exit the call. And you're gonna go ahead and do what you want to do from there. But that's the toughest part.
Yeah, it's the toughest part. Yeah. Dealing with customers. And that's why some people, really good mechanics, only work for businesses, because my days is working with businesses, I never had to deal with the customers. But as the front person, shop owner, service writer, people who directly deals with the customers, they have the worst job, unfortunately. The mechanic can screw up all day, every day, and you just don't have to deal with them. That's why we're constantly getting on the guys. I'm like, look, you don't have to deal with customers. Make sure you're wiping people down, cars down. Make sure you're taking care of it, leaving it better than you left it. Because they'll hit me with this line, oh, well, it was like that before it came out. I don't care. Wipe it down. Make sure it leaves better than it came. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, make sure it's right, because sometimes stuff don't take a little extra time to wipe down an engine cover, or to wipe down a spot of oil that you spilled, or to secure the battery pulled down properly. It's the small things that predatory customers will get you on. Taking pictures, notating lights, things like that. So some stuff I don't even touch. I can't touch this. Not saying that you're like this. I always give the same speech. Not saying that you like this, but I have to treat everybody the same.
But car wise, he love it.
Yeah,
it's like a big puzzle to him.
I don't see myself doing nothing else.
I was like, look, if we hit the Powerball, would you close the shop?
Not do this stuff for free.
Yeah, he would. He really would. I think his shop's still open. He'll do it pro bono because we don't need the money. But I'm out of there. I'm not paying in that period. Because you still gonna catch heck. You gotta do it for free. They still gonna complain. So
it's ridiculous.
Double A says, get you that Galaxy gas.
For nitrous.
Oh, okay. I was like, what is that? Is that the new weed they smoking?
No, yeah, that is the new stuff. The kids, they inhale Galaxy gas, which is
that's crazy.
A food grade nitrous that's used for what is it? The foam that you put on the coffee and stuff. What is it, babe?
Frost? I don't know.
No, the can thing.
Aerosol?
It's in the aerosol. Yeah, whipped cream.
Oh.
That's filled with Galaxy gas. It's like food grade gas. And it's the same concept of nitrous. You can hook a Galaxy gas up to your car and rig it up and open that bad boy up and get a boost. The difference is nitrous use a bitter, it's like it tastes very awful powerful, so you won't inhale it because it's automotive grade. And Galaxy gas comes in different flavors, and you can inhale it. And if you inhale it too much, you'll feel lightheaded and high. And that's what everybody is getting high off of these days. Sometimes I have to open people's trunks to get to their battery, and I'll be finding Galaxy gas in their trunk.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm like, okay.
You know
and
what?
Of course, it'd be the people that cars smell like weed and stuff. I'm like,
let me tell you something.
All righty then.
We find drugs in custom
I don't
cars
drive
before.
that car.
Yeah, like literally crack.
Yeah, crack rocks
in people's cars.
I'm like, y'all come get y'all stuff.
But they smoking this new stuff now. They getting killed. I'm gonna tell you this, Alice and I from the hood. I know people been on crack 30 years. They still living. You take one hit of fentanyl, whatever, you're out of here. So, yes, dang, they smoking Galaxy gas. Dang. Today we done talked about cars, marriage, crack, and Galaxy gas. Daniel Inocencio.
What's the code?
Inocencio. I'm sorry. Daniel.
Don't even give me the
Inocencio. That is a P1682 error code. That is a ignition switch 1 circuit 2. That's what code that means. Ignition switch 1 circuit 2. But we don't know what kind of car.
Yeah, I would need to know the vehicle. But according to the code, you're having some type of ignition switch problem. But without the car, I can't tell you if it's a common issue. Maybe a key and somebody tried to steal it and that's throwing an ignition switch code. I don't know. But yeah, I can't help pass that.
Love to know the year, make, and model so we can help you, Daniel. L. Knox says, hey, y'all, love your channel. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Since I have a 2021 Ford Ranger Trimmer, 68,000 miles. The old Rangers live forever. Did. Said, what's your experience in the newer models? The plan is to pass it down to my son at 16.
Oh, very good truck, surprisingly. Ford, despite their name and reputation back in the days, they've been on it. They surprised the heck out of me because I was about a decade or more ago, I was expecting bad things from Ford. I was like, all right, Ford got all this new stuff coming out and these new engine designs, Coyotes and all that. I'm like, what kind of problems they gonna have? The twin turbo V6s and whatever else they had. And as the years went on, the miles started racking up and they just kept pushing. Of course, you start running into cooling, just little knick-knack stuff, but
you're gonna fix
nothing serious.
That's the thing. Like I said, some consumers have a mindset. Like, what do you mean by reliable? You're gonna fix everything. That's why Toyota has a service center. So you're gonna run into knick-knack maintenance stuff like cooling stuff. That stuff ain't gonna last forever. But like again, when you're talking lifters and transmission going outside,
weird stuff.
Now that's big stuff. But I don't count cooling issues and regular maintenance stuff that's designed to last only 100,000 miles as like problematic. You know what I mean?
Like lifter failure and stuff that don't supposed to be failing.
Correct.
So yeah, Ford, they get my stamp of approval. They've been running strong for a good little time now, and I'm impressed.
Can he pass that down to his son?
He should be. With proper maintenance, it would definitely be able to get passed down.
All right, cool. All right, then. Wait a minute. He says, wait, I done skipped Roman. Hey, Roman.
Hey, what's going on, Roman?
People calling me.
Brittany know we on that.
Maybe she not. Maybe she doesn't know. But I rebuilt the 2012 5.3 LS. So is that what he's talking about, the error code? If I pull it back up, the circuit switch.
Maybe. Okay, put in GM.
Okay. Hold on, Daniel. We're trying to get you. Let's see.
Yeah, that's a weird code.
Replace the ignition switch and it should solve the issue. But he may have since he rebuilt something, he may have an issue.
But the engine don't have anything to do with that unless he didn't plug up the computer right. If you took the computer out, maybe you bent a prong or something weird. I would have to look at a diagram to see what the ignition switch run into. So when you're looking at diagrams, what I'm speaking of, let's say you have a particular problem like this gentleman here. He has an ignition switch problem. The only thing he did was pull the engine out and rebuild it, I'm assuming. Before that, he didn't have this problem. So with this job, you have to pull wiring harness off the engine or disconnect the computer. And when you look at a harness, you see what the ignition switch run into. I'm like, okay, it runs to the engine fuse box. And then you think about, like, okay, the only thing I did was unplug the main connector from the fuse box and plug it back in. That's the only thing that I did. And that's the only thing that could cause this. Oh, so then you look there at that connector under that fuse box. That's where I would start. I would retrace my steps, check the connector at the fuse box, check the prongs, make sure all the prongs are straight and not bent. Because sometimes when you go to put the connector in, sometimes it be like twisted or not lined up properly, or a prong is slightly bent from you removing it. And when you run that top screw down, if you did it with a power tool, hopefully you didn't, or if you did it with a wrench, sometimes you won't feel that prong bending as that connector is squishing against the, going inside the male going inside the female. That could be the problem.
Okay. All right, Agent P, 2016 Hyundai Accent, broken ignition coil. Crew? What is he trying to say? On cylinder 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I got cylinder 2
coil
screwing down and securing cylinder 1. Is that fine? He's got cylinder 2 screwing down to secure cylinder 1.
I don't understand.
I think the screw broke. Oh, he means screw.
Oh.
Okay.
Broken ignition coil.
Screw on cylinder 1. And he got cylinder 2 screwing down, holding cylinder 1 in place. Is that fine?
It's just an ignition coil. Whatever you done rigged up, it should be fine, long as it's not able to cover up. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to think what you've done. The only thing I can think of, because each ignition coil have their own little 10 millimeter screws. Most of the time it's 10 millimeter. And the only thing I can think he done was using cylinder 2 coil screw, he put a metal bracket over. And so when he screwed that one down, he put a hole in the one, screw in the hole, and the bracket comes down and pushes cylinder 1 down too. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm not really
be all right though.
Yeah, it should be fine. Long as you're not able to pull them back up out of there. That just really just secures them down. It really don't take much force or effort to secure the coils. Heck, I would never do this to a customer car, but you can apply RTV at the top and stick it down and wait for it to dry and it'll stay. Mm-hmm. If push come to shove.
Yeah. All right, so we got Zundre Green. I hope I said that right. Zundre. Yeah, I think the X. Dre.
Hey, Dre in the house. Yeah. What's happening, buddy?
Hey, Alex and Mrs. Cardocker. Shout out from Iowa.
Nice.
Ooh, would you be able to do a video on a radiator replacement for a 3.6 or 3.2 Pentastar, please? I own a 2015 Cherokee Trailhawk. Sure.
Yeah, I will try.
Well, I'm gonna make a note right now. When one come back in the shop,
yeah, it'll be easy. I need to get back to my repair tutorials. I probably try to make that happen. Can't make no promises though.
Yeah, gotta wait till one get in the shop, but we got you. Tim Tubb says, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Cardocker. I truly appreciate y'all sharing y'all's knowledge. I like when people say y'all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We speak in the same language.
Yeah, same language. What's up, y'all?
Yeah. I'm an avid fan. What's your opinion on the GMC Yukon Denali XL 6.0? No.
Wait a minute. It's the 6.0.
Oh, okay.
That's the good one.
Okay.
That's like the older ones. Yeah, that's the older gens, and I don't think they come with DOD and all those issues. So, yeah, he's probably talking about 05, 06, and under, somewhere around that range. And yeah, that gets my stamp of approval.
Someone else commented, I think the Yukons and Tahoes are better. They're the same.
No, they're
Yukon
the same.
is the same as Cadillac Escalade.
Yeah. Even though it says Greater May Chevrolet on it, they're the same Chevrolet.
For sure.
That doesn't not stand for that. It really stands for General Motor Company, I do believe.
Greater major.
Yeah, I just say that.
But yeah, no.
Same engine, same transmission, same issues. Probably worse. I don't know.
So people who say, "Well, I'm not gonna get an Escalade. I'm gonna get
you getting the
a
same,
Yukon."
You getting the same
thing. You're gonna have the same.
Somebody tried to swear me up and down. Oh, the Escalade doesn't have anything to do with the Yukon Denali. I'm like, dude, come on now. It's the same thing, dude. You're being deceived. But we're gonna scroll down because our time is running short.
Well, listen, now we'll get on out of here. Listen, it's been an hour and 40 minutes, and that troublesome child of mine still got 9 missing science assignments. So guess who got to go sit in here all night? It's me. So make sure that he gets this stuff done so he doesn't fail the 6th grade.
We done missed a whole bunch of
questions. We have, guys. You know, we're sorry. It's always hard. So I don't know, man. Hour and 40 minutes. We love you, though. Yes, we'll be back next week.
We didn't miss no super chat.
No, I have everyone, sweetie. All right.
All righty. Well, until next time, good people. It was so good being here with you. Thank you for spending your evening with me. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose Alex the Car Doctor and the missus, and we're very grateful. Until next time, Alex Car Doctor out. See ya.
On the next one, bye, y'all. Have an amazing week. All right. Wishing that on everybody, myself included.